Who could have thought that a simple milk carton would become the greatest weapon to escape from jail? As soon as Ray got the carton, he quickly tore it open. Inside he found a thin, shiny plastic sheet. When he got the chance, he carefully placed that sheet on the password lock of the jail door. When the guard typed the password, his fingerprints clearly appeared on the sheet. Using the elimination method, Ray quickly found the right combination. But the real challenge was still ahead. How would he get out through the main door? Ray soaked toilet paper in water and made small balls. Then he mixed toothpaste in them to make a sticky paste. He wrapped that paste in a large paper and created a strange sticky tool. To do all this, he had to stay out of the camera's view. Ray already knew the guard's daily routine very well. Every time the guard locked his cell, he went outside to smoke and waste time. During this time, the monitoring room stayed empty for 7 minutes. That was Ray's biggest chance. Ray knew 3 things were needed to escape from jail. First, full knowledge of the guard's routine. Second, a clear idea of the jail's structure. Third, a trusted friend outside. Ray had already managed the first 2 things. He had also found a weak spot near the jail, which was a fire station built right next to the jail wall. Ray also knew the location of the black cell. After planning everything in his mind, he started his mission. He purposely attacked another prisoner and injured him. Everything went exactly as he had expected. The guards punished him by locking him in the black cell. When the guard came to give food, Ray quietly put the paper ball into the small hole of the lock and it opened easily. The password had only 4 digits, which Ray cracked in seconds. As soon as he got out of the black cell, he hacked the monitoring system and played an old video for 1 minute so that the guards would not notice anything. Then he opened the ventilation pipe connected to the fire station. While the guards were busy smoking, Ray escaped through that pipe. Outside, his partner was already waiting for him. He caused a small explosion in a car, which triggered the fire alarm. The guards checked the CCTV footage, but everything looked normal. Meanwhile, Ray had already entered the fire station. He quickly stole a firefighter's uniform and hid under the fire truck. Taking advantage of the confusion, he reached the site with the truck and escaped in his partner's car. This was Ray's 14th jailbreak. Then it was revealed that he was not an ordinary criminal. In fact, he was the owner of a security company. That is why he entered prisons as a fake prisoner to test their security systems and find their weak points. He had escaped from so many prisons that people said he could break out of any jail. One day, CIA agents came to him and told him that he had to go to a secret and high-security prison whose name and location could not be revealed. The mission was very dangerous. Still, Ray accepted it because he was offered millions of dollars. Who knew that money could really make a person do anything? They gave Ray a new identity and a secret exit code that he could use if he was in danger. Before sending him, they also placed a small tracking device inside his body. Soon the day came when he had to get himself arrested on purpose. But suddenly some unknown people came and kidnapped him. They gave him electric shocks. Friends, if you are watching this video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Before Ray could wake up, they had already removed the tracking device from his hand and made him unconscious again. When he opened his eyes, he found himself in a strange prison. Every cell was made of glass and cameras were watching every corner. The prisoners were under 24-hour surveillance. This prison was floating in the air so that no one could even think about digging and escaping. Seeing all this, Ray quickly realized that he was in serious trouble. To escape, he spoke the secret code, but the warden was crazy. Without listening to him, the warden locked him up again. Then Ray learned that the warden had met a man who was his old enemy. After some time, Ray noticed that the guards here had modern weapons and their faces were covered with black masks. There were more guards than prisoners. They could kill or torture anyone whenever they wanted. Inside this prison there was also a horrible torture room. The moment someone entered, bright lights flashed into their eyes, and the temperature became so high that no one could bear it. But Ray didn't give up and started checking every part of the room carefully. During his inspection, he noticed a nail fixed with a steel plate. At that moment, a clever idea came to his mind. When he came out, he began working on his new plan. To escape, he needed a partner. Soon, a man named Tyson came and tried to be his friend. Tyson was different from others. He directly asked Ray what he wanted. Ray didn't hide anything and said clearly that he needed a shiny metal sheet that could reflect light. "If you bring that, then we are true friends." Tyson agreed. He then went to the warden and started saying nonsense to make him angry. The crazy warden got furious and punished Tyson by throwing him into a water torture chamber. But during this, Tyson cleverly opened the drain of that room. After getting badly beaten, he gave the lid to Ray. Ray thought this guy is really smart. Impressed by Tyson, he revealed his real identity and said that he was a prison breaker. He also explained that this prison was built vertically, going deep under the ground. When Ray was in the torture chamber, he had heard the sound of water below, which meant there was a water pipeline that could lead to an escape path. After realizing this, Tyson purposely started fighting with the prison thugs called the Marco brothers. On the other hand, Ray hid a piece of bread in his hand. When Marco's men created chaos inside the prison, both Ray and Tyson were thrown into the torture room as part of their plan. As soon as Ray reached the spot, he quickly removed the drain cover. He noticed the nails shining because of the heat. The nails started melting and coming out. Within moments, he took all of them out. Then he put a piece of bread in his mouth and signaled Tyson to distract the jailer. Tyson started acting and the jailer's attention went to him. Meanwhile, Ray quickly stuck the wet bread on the CCTV camera so that no footage could be seen. He then climbed down through the floor and entered a pipeline to move forward. Unfortunately, a wire broke on the way and water started leaking. When he finally reached the top, the ground beneath him broke. It turned out that the prison was not underground but built inside a huge ship floating in the middle of the ocean. Escaping from there was almost impossible. Meanwhile, water started leaking into the cells and the torture room prisoners got free. Luckily, Ray escaped the guards' eyes and returned just in time. But now a new problem was waiting for him. The jailer found the fallen nails and immediately realized that Ray was trying to escape. He called someone right away, and soon it was revealed that the person who trapped Ray in prison was his own business partner, Lester, who planned all this out of greed for the company. The next day, Ray faced brutal torture. Whenever he tried to sleep, the guards would wake him up and beat him. Many days passed like this. Ray became weak and exhausted. When the guards saw his condition, they started taking him to the medical room every day. So many wounds, so much pain, so many broken hopes, yet he kept fighting. The doctor was shocked to see his courage. After some days, the torture stopped and Ray began planning again. During meals, he started building a small device under the table that could show directions. Around that time, he met Marco and added him to his team. Together, the three made a new plan. According to the plan, Marco lied to the warden that he had secret information to report from the deck. The warden agreed. As soon as he reached there, Marco began measuring directions. But this wasn't enough for Ray. He noticed that when they flushed, the water spun counterclockwise. From that, he realized they were still in the northern hemisphere. Later, when he asked a new prisoner, he learned that it was the month of November. Then, by feeling his body temperature, he guessed that the weather around them must be near Morocco. After so much effort, Ray finally discovered the real location of the prison. But even after finding the place, how could they escape? Tyson then said, "If somehow my message reaches my men outside, no one can stop us." Hearing this, Ray thought maybe the prison doctor could help them. So he made a new plan. According to it, Tyson pretended to attack Ray so that he would be sent to the doctor. For many days, Ray acted sick and kept visiting the doctor. Seeing his pain, the doctor's heart softened and he promised to help him. Then the truth came out: the doctor was also serving a life sentence. That's why he promised Ray that he would deliver his message to Ray's family. The doctor secretly sent Ray's message to Tyson's men outside. Everything was ready. That night, the warden saw Ray hammering something on the wall. Actually, it was Morse code. When the warden decoded it, it said that there would be a riot in cell block C the next morning. The warden got scared and increased the security of that block 3 times. But he didn't know that this was Ray's master trick. The real riot was going to happen in Ray's own block, where only 2 guards were left. The next morning, 2 gangs started fighting with each other. Using the chaos, Ray, Tyson, and Marco escaped. While running, Ray came in front of a camera and teased the warden. Angry, the warden locked all the doors. Then the three of them started climbing through the pipelines toward the roof of the prison. When they reached near the deck, an electric door blocked their way. The only way to open it was to cut off the prison's main power. It was a very risky move because they could all get caught. On the other side, the warden used a motion detector to find their location and sent all the guards after them. While running, Marco got shot. He knew he couldn't survive. So he told his friends to keep running while he stayed behind to stop the guards. Somehow, Ray reached the power room and turned off all the electricity in the ship. As soon as the door above opened, Tyson quickly reached the deck. Luckily, a helicopter had also arrived there. But Tyson was not the kind of man who would leave Ray behind. With full courage, he picked up a machine gun and started firing at the guards coming in front. Meanwhile, Ray quietly hid inside a water tank where it was almost impossible to find him. Seeing this, the warden ordered to restart the ship. Because of that, the water tank where Ray was hiding began to flush itself. Ray was thrown straight into the sea. The warden was shocked by Ray's clever move. Tyson threw him a gun. Ray caught it instantly and fired several bullets. The bullets hit the oil drums behind the warden and they exploded. The warden died in a massive blast. Finally, everything became calm. Ray and Tyson reached the African shore safely. Suddenly, a car came from the front and a girl stepped out. She was none other than Jessica, the same girl who had given Ray this mission. Now everything became clear to Ray. It was all part of Jessica's plan. In fact, Jessica was Tyson's daughter. She had sent Ray to prison only to rescue her father. And because of Ray's smartness, she succeeded in saving him. In the end, a beautiful smile appeared on Ray's face. With the same hard work, courage, and never-give-up spirit, both of them finally reunited with their families. This reunion became the perfect ending of this beautiful film. If you liked this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. See you in the next video.